Can I just put it out there?
Go ahead.
Because listen, we need to take our credit. Like, I don't know if we charge ESPN royalties or something, but just I don't know if you heard this today on ESPN that the Cleveland Browns are a quarterback away and they need to cut ties with Baker Mayfield today.
Yes.
And I don't know, did we hear that somewhere else before?
Yeah.
Did we hear that somewhere?
Yeah,
first?
we heard that.
I'm gonna get our players' choice lawyers on it right now as we speak.
All right.
About the receivers.
Yeah.
So you guys want to do it right now? We could pop it off with the top 5 receivers because Bama over here got me tight with this.
You just want to mess up the whole. You just want to mess up the whole agenda.
Is it
Start
right
with
now?
receivers,
Bro, I listen. I go with the flow of the energy of the room. You feel me? I love the energy of the room right now, guys. If you just tuning in, bro, there's some beef going on with Fluent and Bama. A lot of heated things were said before the show started. I don't know how the show's gonna go, so I apologize for any mishaps, but it's really spicy right now. I'm a little bit worried.
This is actually the temperature that I know all of you guys wanted to be at, and we got it right where you guys wanted to be. Would like to welcome you guys to another episode. We've made it to our 5th episode, fellas. How you guys feeling? You guys like the chemistry that's going on?
I feel like Bama lives in Arizona, but he ain't ready for this heat, is what I feel.
Oh my gosh. I feel like you know what I'm saying? I feel like each show I'm getting more and more pieces of my gauntlet. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? That's how I feel. You know, I'm getting stronger and stronger each show. So bring it on.
Okay. Hey, Bama, so you're definitely Thanos?
Oh, most definitely.
What would you say, everybody? What would you say the other 3 are that's on the show? Who are they out of the Avengers?
Out of the Avengers.
Oh, so you're saying they're not Avengers? They're not even.
We're not even. Nobody's Iron Man. Nobody's Captain America. There's that low tier that we don't even compete. That's why he coming.
Okay.
You gonna say Fluent is Gamora?
Doctor Strange. All right, I'll give him that.
That's not bad, Fluent. That's
great.
not bad.
So
Who's that?
How about that?
Who's that?
How about
Doctor Strange.
I'm Doctor Strange?
Yeah.
That's actually a great.
I thought you'd go with the whole name thing, Tony. Go with Tony Starks. But all right, I'll take that.
Yeah, because
I'm surgical.
He's a wise dude.
I'm surgical and I can control time. Yeah, I feel that.
All right. Let me see. My boy Ben. I get my boy Ben somebody nice. You know what I'm saying?
every time you do that, Ben. Hold on. While you think about it, I gotta tell you, every time you do this, I think of this TikTok video that I saw where this girl's like, "Why do guys do that? Like, are you a fly? Like, what?"
Yo, by the way, that's always been hilarious to me. Anytime I see a fly do this, I instantly just start cracking up. It's like, fly, why you're this smooth to just be hitting this? Yeah, right. but continue to think about that, Bama. Get back to us.
I know who Dub is though. Dub is
who's Dub?
Ain't his name Groot?
I'm Groot.
Buddy from one dude that was playing Star. Bro, I fought with Groot though.
You talking about the tree?
The little tree. Yeah.
God bless.
Oh, he's the little tree, not big Groot.
Not even big Groot.
The little tree.
The little
tree went hard though. He played a pivotal part in the movie, bro, for Thor's hammer.
So
hey, Groot's getting his own show on Disney Plus. It's coming.
Is he? Man.
Yeah, it's coming.
I'm just playing.
I'm gonna make my own show as well. That hurt me.
I was about to say, Dub. Now, is there some tension between you and Bama? Is it tension all around the board?
Nah, I'm just playing, bro. I'm just joking, bro. You already know.
Everybody got beef with Bama.
I don't know, man. I feel like the real Alabama.
I got caught Ant-Man.
Like your runs over. Like the real Alabama? No,
just the throne, defending the throne, man.
If you're the real Bama, next show we'll get into what other SEC teams that we are surrounding you. But as for now, let's get into topic 1 though. After beating the Arizona Cardinals, Cam Newton screams he's back. Is this true, fellas? I need to know. Is Cam Newton back? Dub, how you feeling today, man?
Listen, I feel great. And this may be a little bit biased, but I don't care. I love what I've seen last game. I love everything. I love the story with Cam Newton. The fact that he went back to his old team and won the game like that, even though the Cardinals was hurt. I just think it's amazing to see. and I'm just excited to see him for the next game. And he's right. He's back in the NFL, bro. He's back.
No. He's back in the NFL. Is he back? That's the actual question.
He's back in the NFL. That's all I'm gonna say.
All right.
I ain't gonna jump off that high of a cliff.
Okay. Ben, how you feeling?
Man, I believe Cam Newton is back with that scheme he's in now that he's been in the past with the Panthers. I'm glad they got him back, man. It fits him perfectly. I'm just glad he's back. And he's back, man. Superman is back, bro.
Superman is back.
Yes,
is Superman back?
I'm kind of like with Dub. He's back in the NFL, we'll say. So look at it like this. It's star power more so with him being back. I feel like that was benefit Christian McCaffrey, just the star power. Before is with his skill set. I mean, it is what it is at this point. You know, too many shoulder surgeries, inconsistent passes. I think he'll do well with how they use him. I think you can see more of that, and you can see a higher volume of how they using him around the goal line. I like how they're using him right there. But for the most part, you know, I think it might just be the PJ Walker show because he didn't even show that, you know, he was inefficient, you know, to distribute the ball as well. So we got to give a shouts out to him. But Cam he back in the NFL. I feel like he's going to do good in the situations they put him in, and that's going to benefit Christian McCaffrey. And in return, that's going to make the whole defense better. They got Gilmore, they got Henderson, Burns. So they might make that final push in the NFC South towards the playoffs. So
okay. Keep in mind too, they did beat the Arizona Cardinals. Let's not skip over that
Kyler Murray list.
And DeAndre Hopkins.
That's a good point. Remember last week though. You know,
that's true.
It's the operator. Green Bay loses, come back, they pitch a shutout. It's the operator. That quarterback make a big difference.
Definitely. Fluent, how you feeling about this? About Cam Newton?
I'm gonna take you back to the summer first before I answer the question. So Cam gets in with my guys at I Am Athlete at House of Athlete, and Coach Jackson,
Brandon Marshall and T.O.
Yeah, Brandon Marshall, Ocho 85. So right after that, I, as you know, and that's during the summer, I was doing the show with Hugh Jackson every week, right? So Hugh and I are doing our thing, and I asked him, "Hey, you were down there with Cam. How did he look?" And he said to me, he looked in maybe the best shape of his life. He was throwing the ball. He was moving well. So fast forward a minute to the preseason of the Patriots. Based on what all those guys said, how he looked on the field throwing the ball, I was like, okay, he's going to start. I still thought he would start maybe half the season and then Mac Jones would take over. We all get surprised, obviously, and they release him. But keep in mind, he was released because of two things. It wasn't because of his ability or where he was physically. It was about the fact that COVID hit him again, which derailed his season last year. Because he was looking good. People forget those first few weeks in New England last year, he was looking good. Then COVID hit, and then then it all went crazy after that. So COVID hits him again. He does certain things. That's fine. That's his life. So COVID hits again. The Patriots playbook is really complicated. Like it's really, really complicated for anybody, right? Bama's a student of the game, and he'll tell you if the normal playbook's this big, the Patriots playbook is this big, right? It's tough. So now you put him into the Panthers. So yes, he's back in the NFL, but he's also back in Carolina, which has a simpler playbook. So if he's healthy, doesn't get COVID, and Christian McCaffrey stays healthy, because boy, does he make your job as a quarterback easier. Yeah, he's back. He's back, and they will put him in situations where he will be successful. Is he MVP Cam Newton back? No. But he's back in Carolina where he's comfortable. So I think you're going to be like, hey, it might get him another year or two in the NFL, which I want to see. I want to see a healthy Cam in the NFL.
Fair enough. Okay, moving along. Dub, I'm sure you'll like this topic. Have the Eagles now all of a sudden found their identity? I'm going to start with a man who actually has a strong opinion on Jalen Hurts. How you doing, Bama?
No, I'm good, man. All I'm saying, I'm just start right here, bro. It's easy, bro. Throw the ball to 6. Find 6. He's always open. He's always going to catch the ball. He never have those oops, my bad moments where, they just dropped the ball. He's Mr. Reliable. Excellent route runner when you want to get into route running. Get straight to the point. Jump ball fiend. What more do you want out of a receiver than having that on the other end? So if they continue to live through Smitty and Jalen Hurts can get Smitty the ball, they can keep this up. They can run the table. They could even beat the Cowboys. But that's the thing. Like, he's inconsistent. We'll see. Can he keep this up? Like I said, I hope he keeps it up. That'll make me look good because he's a Bama quarterback. That makes the quarterback room look good. All of that. But I don't know, man. Will he keep it up? That's the thing. Will he keep it up?
Okay. Eagles play the Saints this next week. You think they're gonna win that?
Oh, wait. That's for later on.
Oh, you put that on?
Yeah, I put that on. That's for later on.
We'll get to that.
Don't jump that gun yet.
I didn't expect you to put that on. You're so biased, Dub.
It's a good matchup.
It is. So speaking of that, Dub, what you think?
I think Bama needs to stop disrespecting Jalen Hurts so much. Because when we look at that game, they didn't run the whole offense through Devontae Smith. We had a dominant run game, and that's what the Eagles was missing for the whole entire season. Was establishing a good run game, which opened up the field for Devontae Smith and Watkins and other guys to get involved in the offense. So Jalen Hurts, as I said, I'm not sleeping on my man's Jalen Hurts. There is room for improvement, like Bama said. Sometimes he does miss open passes. There was a pass last week to Dallas Goedert that he completely fumbled. So he is still learning. But at the end of the day, I think he could correct that within his career. But the Eagles found their identity as in you need to start running the football more.
So the Eagles go as far as they can run.
No. I'll say Jalen Hurts could win you a couple games. I'm not saying he could do that consistently.
Talk about playoff time.
Playoff time? No. We're not there yet. Okay. I ain't going to jump that gun. We're not there yet, but as in us finding a groove, us finding a rhythm, as it's us finding an identity within ourselves, I think we're on the right track.
Okay. Bama, you look like you got something to rebuttal to that.
I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, Jalen Hurts inconsistently to stretch the field. That's what it boils down to. You can try to run the ball all you want to, but they're going to stack the box. You see what I'm saying? That's what the NFL, they get these tapes from when these guys was in college. That's all these teams used to do. Fresno State, Colorado State. They go up and play Alabama, number 1 ranked Alabama, stack the box, play one safety high because the quarterback, they don't believe that the quarterback can throw the ball deep. That's all the NFL been doing. The same thing. They stack the box with the run. That's why it look like your running backs can't do nothing. And then they daring Jalen Hurts to stretch the ball to the outside. He's been doing that. They show, I'm going to send you some videos. They show thousands of videos where Devontae Smith is open, 2-3 yards open. And you're not supposed to be open like that in the NFL. And Jalen Hurts just underthrows the ball. Underthrows. You start connecting that. You take him over there to Green Bay or you get him Patrick Mahomes, they connecting on that 70 to 80% of the time, where Jalen Hurts is inconsistent. He's below 50%. So if he can continue to stretch the ball deep, all of that stuff will continue to work. If it doesn't, it's going to be similar. Oh, it don't look like we got a run game. It don't look like we got this. The only person is Jalen Hurts running the ball. That's the same situation that was going to happen, and that's going to continue to happen if he does not be able to stretch the field.
Well, you got to understand that we wasn't running the ball like that in the beginning of the season, like at all. The only person that was running the ball was Jalen Hurts. That wasn't his fault. That's the coach's fault. Now, as I said before, I'm not gonna sit here and say that Jalen Hurts drops dimes all over the field, because then I'll be lying. I'll be biased. I'm not gonna say that. There is room for improvement, but at the end of the day, them establishing that run game was the most important thing for the whole team.
All right.
And I believe that
let's go back to the question, which was, have the Eagles found their groove? And the answer is no. And why the answer is no is, yeah, obviously when you run the ball, every quarterback looks a lot better. Pick me any quarterback. When they have a good running game, the QB looks better. But how often are you going to see 80 yards from Howard, 80 yards from Scott, and 50 yards from Hurts? Teams will now know, obviously, that they're going to try to run the ball, which wasn't, you're right, in their game plan earlier on. And now they're going to stop that. And again, they'll go back to, like Bama said, challenging him to throw the ball. And we've seen throughout the season, when you do that to Philadelphia, they don't succeed. Come on. Do you honestly believe, you're an Eagles fan, and I'll ask you, that Jordan Howard's going to rush for 80 to 100 yards?
No,
again?
absolutely not. But Miles Sanders is coming back. There's going to be a running back committee. I believe that we will be having not a dominant run game, but we will have a run game. Before, the run game wasn't there at all. And we wasn't even attempting to run. That's the difference. We wasn't attempting.
You know what I
at
think
all.
the difference is? And I gotta be honest, like the NFL, I don't know what they're cooking, but everybody seems so inconsistent from week to week. Just think about how Denver looked last week.
That's facts.
And then they go to Philly, and then they go to Philly and lose like 30-13. They lose to Philly. That's not the same team that played last week.
That's
so
facts.
so unfortunately, you're probably gonna see Philly get smoked next week, and for no other reason than every team. Sorry, if they're unless they're on a bye, every week that's what we've seen. It's week to week. Green Bay, I get it, that was Jordan Love thing, but Green Bay scores 7 points, then they shut out the Seahawks. Then it's just every week I see a team that I'm like, what the hell just happened? And I know if we look at the scores this week again, you'll see.
That's a
it's
good.
Just, I don't even know what teams are playing.
The Cardinals is a good example as well.
Yeah, okay, Cardinals, I get it. No starting quarterback. They were lucky to get one big win, and then the rest of the team. But I mean, I don't know. I've never seen a season so inconsistent. But back to the point, no, I don't. I think the Eagles, yes, they'll want to run, but do you think the NFL, the teams will let them run? That's the question.
Okay. Ben, have the Eagles found their identity? What's up?
I think they have. I think they just need to play a balanced game, like go back and forth, run the ball. You definitely run the ball, and then pass the ball. Like, you got Devontae Smith out there, and you got Dallas Goedert. I think they should feed Dallas too, the tight end. I think he underrated as heck.
Yes, they should, because I got him on my fantasy team. They should.
Yeah, feed John. He's a beast. He's a beast. So yeah.
This how crazy this is. There's only one team in the NFL that has rushed for over 100 yards in 6 consecutive weeks. Only one.
Well, what team is that?
Oh, it's the Bears. And you see how well it's worked for them. But that's the only team that is rushed.
Oh, man.
It's crazy. It makes no sense.
Wow. Definitely, that is for sure a wild stat that he just threw out there. Now we will continue to progress onto topic 3, and we're actually going to transition into college football. Now, I want to kind of give you guys a backstory of what's kind of going on here in the background, in the backstage, So obviously, Bama, he's a Bama guy, but he's not just a Bama guy. He's a all of Alabama guy. He likes all the schools in Alabama. So it's kind of like Alabama versus the world.
Versus everybody.
So he is basically telling
except for Auburn.
Group chat.
Except for Auburn. I don't mess with Auburn.
So every team excluding Auburn and Alabama is basically better than every other college football program in America. And so that's basically what we have going on right now. And so this topic is that another D1 AA program beats a Power 5 team. And we're talking about Samford versus Florida. How do we feel about this, fellas?
And I think they almost beat them. They lost like 56-54 or something like that. 52.
But what were the other games that took place that you had mentioned and brought up about smaller Alabama teams beating other Power 5 teams?
D2 in basketball, they almost beat Kentucky. Kentucky only beat them by 9, I believe. They was up 15.5. Troy.
Can I just throw this out there? Sorry, I apologize that I need to interrupt. Can we stop saying almost? Because almost means you lost. I don't count on almost.
But
LeBron
still,
almost has 10 rings.
A Division II competing with a nationally Power 5 program. Come on now. It does matter.
Almost counts in horseshoes and hand grenades, as my granddaddy used to say.
It says a lot, because if you let a Division II program from wherever y'all from play against them, Kentucky wins 100-2.
Wait, so hold on. What are the concrete wins that we're talking about from low level Alabama teams versus other teams.
You got several. If Sanford would have did it, that would have been number 2 because Jacksonville State just beat Florida State this season. That was one right there as well, and they always competed with the Power 5 schools. You can even go back when they played LSU. So this been brewing. Troy was another school, always competed with the Power 5 schools. So that's what I'm saying. It's almost to the time where our Division II's finna catch up and compete with these Power 5 schools. Like I said, as you see it in basketball. So it's going to happen because we all know you got to be the best of the best to go to Alabama. So that makes it the cream of the crop. The other players fall off, some slip through, and you go to these lower schools.
Can I ask you a question? Yeah. I know this is way off topic, but I gotta ask you a question. And this might be blasphemous. So should colleges have a cap on the player? Like, I get it because it's not money, not a financial cap, but a cap on how many top 10, 20, 30, 40 recruits they're allowed to sign so that it actually makes it more, like, I don't want to use the word fair, but
competitive.
But more competitive. Yeah, because really, how many teams are fighting for the national championship every year? 5, maybe out of how many schools?
I believe I believe that's why you mentioned the NIL, right? I believe that's what that created as well, as in players aren't just looking at prestigious schools to,
yeah, as the years go by, that's going to change for sure. That'll change.
So that's a good way of creating competitiveness in the NCAA football league, because now it's like, okay, I don't have to rely on this team. And basically, I don't have to rely on me going to this school in order to put myself in the best position to make money when I can make money for myself. You know what I mean? You understand the logic?
But that's not why. The problem is that's not why they go to Alabama. They don't go to Alabama for the money. They go to Alabama to win. They go to Alabama for the facilities. This has been the problem. We talked about this at the beginning of the year about like HBCU schools. People don't choose those schools because when you're comparing, heck, Florida, Alabama, Auburn, any of those, Clemson, Georgia, when you look at those schools, you just go look at their facilities, their weight room, their the train, those things. There's just so much more money and those things look better. And then when you're an NFL recruit, just think about this. And this is wrong too, but not one kid from an HBCU got drafted last year into the NFL. Not one. Why? Because where are they looking? They're looking at Alabama, at Georgia. Like, they're looking at those schools too. So when you go to Alabama, I know I'm speaking for Bama here because that's his school, but he knows it. Like, when you'd rather have the 3rd string running back from Alabama than the 1st string running back in a bunch of other schools. And that's what I'm saying. Whereas those 3rd string running backs should probably go to another school where they're going to get playing time, where they're going to get seen, where they're going to get noticed. But right now they're not. So they end up going there and being 3rd string.
And that's what I'm saying with the state of Alabama. They're going to these teams like Troy. They're going to your Sanfords. They're going to South Alabama. They're going to those schools and they're actually performing. They're going to Jackson States now. And you see what happens with those schools.
Yo, Bama. So I'm going to restructure this question and I'm going to re-ask you this and I'm going to get around to everybody. Is Alabama the best state for college football? Let's restructure it to that.
I'm gonna say football in general. Football in general. I ain't just gonna say college football. High school football on point too.
Okay.
Got a lot of NFL names. Yeah, it's the mecca of football. We just don't get the TV time all these other states like Texas and Florida get. But when they come over there and they play these little Texas versus Alabama classics, or Alabama versus Florida class, them schools get smacked when they come over to Alabama. They get smacked real bad. They just don't talk about it. So it is what it is, bro. The media tell you Texas and Florida, but real footballers know is Alabama and South Carolina for the 2 top states for football.
Okay. Ben, is Alabama the top state? Do you agree? And if it's not, do you have a team that you think will go into Alabama and get a victory?
Probably my Ducks, but anyway, I guess you got to put Alabama up there at the top. You got to, like, Alabama just the top dog to beat. And I think I think LSU too. They got some good players in there too, over there too.
Okay.
Listen, I'm gonna jump in and say I'll go with the media hype and say probably Texas because that's what everybody else is saying. But remind me when we're off camera to tell you my story about my time at Southern Alabama because that's a funny that
Rated R?
I don't know that. No, it's not rated R. It's just it's politically incorrect. So I don't know if I should share. Well, maybe I'll share it later if you guys convince me to do it. But yeah, no, Alabama's on that list. Like if they're not one, they're 2 or 3. There's no doubt, especially when we look at recent history, right? Typically, listen, I'm not knocking Texas. I love Texas, but like when you think about Texas, whether it's the NFL, college, high school, it seems to be historical, right? When was the last time Dallas was relevant? But we still love Dallas. But it's been a long time since they were relevant, even in the NFL, like actually winning playoff games, challenging for Super Bowls. It's been a long time. So I know that we're not comparing Alabama there, but that's what I'm saying is now recent history, when especially college, who's been the most dominant team in college football for the past decade?
So
it's clear, right? It's Bama.
Yeah, clear as day. All right, so continuing to move along, my next topic. Kansas City Chiefs are number 1 in the division. Now,
Ron,
this is if you've been here from the beginning, you've known that this has actually been a hot topic on this show. Fluent, you look like you got a lot to say about this. Oh, and by the way, Dub called this. Fluent.
oh,
I can't believe Dub got it right.
I told y'all from the beginning. I said Kansas City has a trend. I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know what's in the air in Kansas City, but their defense has a tendency to look terrible one game and the next game actually look above average. So I'm just sitting here like, if that's a trend that happens year in and year out, I'm never counting Kansas City out. Never.
I'll tell you, it's the ribs because when I lived in Overland Park, we used to go down to the games and then go up for this place for ribs after, and I put on about 15 pounds of muscle. I think it's just from the ribs because I don't work out, so it's got to be the ribs in Kansas City. And I doubted you. I'm going to jump in and say it. I doubted you. I told you every week you're crazy. You're crazy until last week. I jumped on. Last week when you asked me who's going to win the AFC West, I tried to pick another team, but I really couldn't make a case for another team in the West, and I had to go with Kansas City. And I look really smart because the second I pick them, they played their best game. They played their best game of the season. Their best game of the season. So Patrick Mahomes, Travis Kelce, Andy Reid, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Fluent, that's real nasty from you. Ben, what's your thoughts, bro?
Mahomes did his thing that game. And Tyreek Hill, beast. But can we not realize that the Raiders defense was just like they were just not good? Like Raiders defense was not good that game.
Well,
I was expecting more.
No, you got to understand that the Raiders got a nice front seven, but at the end of the day, their secondary is in question, and that plays to the Kansas City strength. Kansas City, they're a passing team, so them having a good front seven doesn't mean anything to Kansas City because at the end of the day, Kansas City's a pass-happy team, and that's why their defense looked terrible.
Yeah.
Can we make a note for this? Can we make a note for next week? Like, I think we need to come up with our top 5 secondaries because I don't think there are any. I think everybody's secondary has issues.
Okay. Well,
we'll do that.
Look, Ben's thinking about starting now. Start thinking about because I don't think there's many good, like really good secondaries, and that's going to be a problem because when you have guys like Patrick Mahomes and those guys now hitting their stride, it's not good.
Shoot, if we have time, we'll get to it at the end of the show. Honestly,
no, we'll save it for next week. We got a lot to talk about. You guys think about it. Watch it.
It's a marathon. It's a marathon, Dub.
I'm sorry, man. I like jumping the gun, man. You feel me? Never mind. Let me not get rated R real quick.
Ben, how you feel? How you feel? Before we do get rated R.
But like the Chiefs, man, like Mahomes, I just think he's back. If he keeps doing what he's doing, hey, I just think they might be back in that AFC Championship. I ain't gonna say Super Bowl yet. I ain't gonna say two Super Bowl.
You had said something. I got a question for you. You had said that the Raiders defense was terrible. So do you think it was more a lapse with Oakland, or do you think it was more progression with Kansas City?
I think it was more progression with Kansas City for real.
Okay. Sounds good. Bama, how you feel about these Chiefs, man? How you feel about Becky with the good hair?
Becky with the good hair. I mean, he is who he is, dog. Like, that's a good team. The same thing with these teams losing this past week. It don't mean nothing because the likelihood of teams going undefeated or all of these teams going 15-2 is just unrealistic. You're gonna get some 3-loss teams, 4-loss teams up in there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody's not going to peak the whole season through. So you're going to have weeks like this where your top teams loses. But Kansas City is who we thought they was. They got Becky with the good hair, and they got a 4-2 route runner. They can do that at any given moment, any time when they choose to turn it on. And then they got the offense is just, if you got Patrick Mahomes, everything is just wide open. So whenever they start clicking, they're going to roll into it. It's easy for them to rip off 5-6 games and don't lose no more. Like, seriously, all the way into the playoffs. So, you know, they always who they have been. Their defense plays inconsistent, but they rely on their arm. They rely on them too.
Hashtag Becky with the good arm.
Becky with the good hair.
Oh, good hair. My bad.
And so they're on a 3-game winning streak.
Mm-hmm.
How long does this continue to last? Without getting into our predictions, how long does this keep going?
I'll be unbiased. Go ahead, Ben.
I think they go keep on doing what they're doing. I think they go find the drive. Cause I think they play. I think they play the Cowboys next, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
I'm not sure though.
Yeah, they got the Cowboys. Then they got the Broncos. Then the Raiders again. The Chargers, the Steelers, the Bengals, and the Broncos again.
They actually have a pretty tough schedule, kind of when you break it down. That's not a soft or sweet schedule. How do you think they finish out?
No, everybody they play is at 500 or better. They don't play one team with a losing record today. They don't have a losing record. Who knows by the time they play them? But
facts. I would say, in my non-biased opinion, I say the most they'll lose is probably 2 games. I think the most they'll lose is 2 games.
Okay. Well, moving along to our next topic, we will get into a start bench cut. You ready, fellas?
Yes,
Ben,
sir.
I'm going to start with you. All right, we got 3 running backs. I'm going to go Najee Harris, Ezekiel Elliott, and Austin Eckler. How you feeling?
Right. For me, I'm a start Zeke.
Mm-hmm.
I'm a bench Najee, and I'm a cut Eckler.
And that's a no-brainer?
That's a no-brainer for me.
Okay. Bama.
All right, mine a little different. I'm starting that boy Najee Loco. 6'2", 230, can run, catch. And I'm benching Austin Eckler. What if you like Christian McCaffrey, you gotta like Austin Eckler. I just feel like over there in I feel like out of the Chargers and Rams, the Chargers are like the butt end of jokes. So players aren't looked at as good as who they are. A la Keenan Allen as being one of the best receivers in the league. And I'm gonna say Austin Eckler. He's the same thing Christian McCaffrey is. You can utilize him out of the backfield, slot, whatever, and he runs the ball exceptionally well. And that's why I'm have to cut Zeke, because those guys right there, they bring more to what the offenses are catering to for us right now. Zeke, he's going to be a guy, you don't know if he's going to come in shape. He need about 20, 30 carries. He going to need a decent, you know what I mean? I don't know. He can catch good too. I like Zeke. I ain't finna bad Zeke because Zeke is nice. But just for just the tools of those other 2 guys, I just got to go with Austin Eckler and Najee. Najee, my starter, just because of his physics. Like, you know.
It's no biasness behind the Najee starting?
Huh?
It's no biasness behind Najee?
Oh man, if Najee would have went to Utah, listen, I like my boy Najee Loco, man. You gotta, man, that's come on.
Okay. Fluid.
I'm switching my pick on the fly because I originally had the exact same thing as Bama, so I'm gonna change it. So I'm just gonna stick with my starter. I'm gonna stick with my starter Najee because exactly what he just said. He does everything. He does what Zeke and what Austin Eckler do together. So he is the starter. And I'll switch it. I'll go Zeke as on the bench, and I'll cut Austin Eckler because I already have a receiving back. So I don't need another Eckler. I need someone who can get me some of those tough yards.
Okay. The start bench cut is really like I look at it as a 1-2-3 thing.
Yeah, it's
Really?
definitely a 1-2-3 thing.
Yeah.
So not on the same team as in like
I
one,
still have.
two,
That's
three.
how I have them 1-2-3. Anyways.
Okay.
Is
Okay.
Najee, Zeke, Eckler?
Okay. That's great. Me personally, I think starting Najee Harris is a no-brainer. This guy's not playing with. He's playing with the weakest offensive line amongst the three, and he's showing the hell up. And if he's not going to beat you on the run, he's going to beat you on the pass. And that's the type
And a
of running
bottom
back he
tier.
has.
Don't think this is Ben Roethlisberger of 5 years ago, and a bottom tier quarterback.
That as well.
A bottom tier quarterback.
So for him to have the level of production, it seems it reminds me of like Saquon Barkley-esque, as in him being the guy to be that workhorse for the team, night in and night out, and just him showing up consistently. And then Austin Eckler, I'll bench. And then sadly, I mean Austin Eckler and Zeke is so tough, but I'll have to start bench Austin Eckler due to his versatility. And then I'm sorry, Zeke. Like I just have to cut Zeke.
How things have changed. If you go back 2 years, Zeke's like the man. Last year, Dak is hurt and he looks, and for some reason, Zeke looks terrible. And then this year, he looks good sometimes, but when he doesn't have Dak, like there's no Zeke. It's the craziest thing.
And it's so crazy because the whole narrative before used to be that Dak is nothing without Zeke.
Oh, Zeke. Yeah.
And now it's the other way around. It's crazy how the career changes so fast.
Or
The shelf life of a running back. The shelf life of a running back is short.
Yeah,
it's not that. It's they
I don't know that
try
he's
not
done,
to. They try not to utilize running backs because now they want to push this agenda. Oh, the quarterback is very important or whatever. But it always will be, and it always starts with their running game. It opens up everything. If it's not,
let me ask LaRon and Ben. Would you have rather run or pass on the whatever yard line in that Super Bowl?
So next topic.
No.
Yo,
I would
Dub,
like to know.
I would
like to know the answer.
Dub, in your favorite words, I'm not doing this with you today. I'm not. Yo, we're not talking about the Seahawks today. Actually,
yeah, good. Let's not do it.
You know what? I was gonna make him a topic,
but I wore my Seahawks green. No.
You know what? Let's talk about it right now, guys. How do you guys feel about Seattle being shut down by the Green Bay Packers?
I'll start. I'm sick of it. First of all, there's two reasons we was playing against the refs. That's one. Two, this is Russ' first game back. He clearly won 100%, bro. And the Seahawks defense was great. It was great stopping Aaron Rodgers. They just got tired at the end. If Russ was 100% healthy, would have won that game. This clearly should have been 17-6 because there was some calls out there that was blasphemy to me. Russ, he ran for a first down. They talking about he didn't get it for a first down. Clearly was a first down. Clearly. And then there was another play with the defensive end. He came and sacked the dude. Aaron Rodgers fumbled the ball. Mm-hmm. Clearly, the Seahawks dude got it. Clearly, he got it. But I
didn't see it all. I didn't see it all. Did they call back a touchdown from a phantom cut block? Did any of your players get a penalty for hitting the ref after he got hip checked by the ref?
No.
Don't talk to me about bad refs. Don't talk to me about bad refs then.
What
about Steelers and Bears? Get out of here.
This guy gonna bring up a whole Bears argument.
The Bears get the Steelers.
He's talking about the Bears.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Still not over that. I gotta go cry.
Poor
Ron,
Seahawks, poor Bears.
Dub, tell her you're busy. Dub, tell her you're busy.
Tell her I'm busy.
Tell her you're busy.
Yes, Dub, we're live. We're on air right now.
It's a new one. You feel me? So you can't be busy too much. I was busy.
They'll appreciate. Make them wait. They'll appreciate.
I made them wait already.
Wait,
so now it's the time to respond. I already met my hour mark.
Check you out, Dub. I see you over there blushing. What is she? She Dominican?
Yeah.
Sadly. Give her a shout out on air. Give her a shout out.
Nah, bro. Dominicans is no. We're not gonna get into this.
Okay.
Relationship fluid. You want to take a break for relationship fluid?
No, it's not a relationship though. It's not a relationship though. So let's not get into that realm.
We now have reached our next segment in the show. Relationship fluent.
I'll dim the lights, put on some music, and we'll sit on the couch and talk. We'll give you some advice.
Fluent is a genius. You want to know why? You want to know why? He told me right. I never put this two together. To know if you have a good girl or not, pay attention to her shoes. She got them nasty Skechers, or she got them rundown Nikes, or them nasty behind feelers. You're dealing with a bad one.
How well a woman takes care of her shoes tells you how well she takes care of everything else.
Pay attention to that.
Hey, that's one of many. He will drop a jewel every week for you guys.
I'll give you one every week.
Look. Players Stretch Gridiron, we give you more than just hot football takes, okay? We give you life takes. And so now, speaking of hot football takes, we are getting into the best topic of the week. This is something that we have been debating about. If you caught us last show, we were talking about receivers a lot. Now we will give you our top 5 receivers. We're going to start expanding our repertoire of what we talk about. Now, I want to know who's everybody's top 5 receivers. Bama, you've been requested to go last. You will go last. Ben, take us away.
I'm gonna go overall. I'm not gonna go right. Are we going overall or right now?
Overall.
Today. No. Today.
Okay.
Today.
Today. Yeah. Today.
Yeah, today.
Oh, today. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So, number 1, I'm gonna go Davante Adams. I'm gonna go Davante. 2, I'm gonna go D-Hop 2. I'm gonna go D-Hop 2. 3, I'm gonna go Tyreek Hill. 4, I'm gonna go Stephon Diggs. 5, I'm gonna go. Oh man, I might. Cooper Kupp been doing his thing this year, so I'm gonna put him at 5 for this year.
Oh, that was almost a perfect. That was almost a perfect 5. That was almost a perfect 5.
You snapped and cut up.
That's almost a perfect 5.
Yeah. Okay. Speaking of perfect 5, Fluid.
Yeah.
Give us the perfect 5.
1, he like I said, it was almost Davante Adams 1, DeAndre Hopkins 2, Tyreek Hill 3, Stephon Diggs 4, Allen Robinson 5.
Talk your talk then. Okay.
A-Rob.
Hey, people forget A-Rob, and look, go back. He's never, since high school, never had a quarterback. Not one.
No, that's a great point. Allen Robinson, if you look at Allen Robinson, he's like one of the most complete receivers in the NFL.
He does everything.
Route running, catches in traffic. He does a lot of things. Like Allen Robinson is really tough, and it's really sad that he's wasting his talents in Chicago. And I apologize.
No, listen, they haven't had a quarterback since 1940. Sid Luckman. Like, is not. You can say it. It's okay. I think we got a good one. But he's still young, right?
Gotcha. So Bama's going last. So my top 5 is D-Hop. Obviously, I am a little bit biased towards that. I love D-Hop. He's my favorite receiver. So D-Hop's number 1. Davante Adams is number 2. And then I'm stuck between Tyreek Hill and Stephon Diggs. But I'll give the slight edge to Stephon Diggs and then Tyreek Hill. And then that's 4, right?
That's 4.
Damn, who's my 5th spot?
Cowboys.
Come on, W. Hey, you made the topic. You had all week to come up with this, man.
Yo, I did make the topic, and I'm sitting here thinking, like, dang, who is it? Who's the 5th spot? I'm stuck. I'll go with DK Metcalf.
Ooh.
Why not?
Like
I love DK.
That's where I thought Ben was going. To be honest, that's where I thought Ben was going.
It's surprising.
Nah,
It's surprising I went with it. Who was your top 5? Ben?
Who my top 5?
Yeah.
It was Adams, D-Hop, Tyreek Hill, Diggs, Cooper Kupp.
Oh, Cooper Kupp. Okay. Yeah, that's the difference.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. So Bama. Let me tell
Ron,
you.
you got 5 before Bama?
Ron.
Yeah.
I got 5.
Me, come on.
Okay. Yeah,
Hold on. Ron is Tyler Lockett, DK Metcalf.
It was almost Odell. Ooh.
Almost Odell.
Yeah.
Will Disick.
Disley.
Yeah, Disley, whatever his name is.
Oh boy.
Guy Eskridge.
Yes, sir.
But either way it goes, I think it's kind of unanimous. Devontae Adams. I'm gonna go D Hop number 2. I'm a huge Stephon fan. I don't think he gets enough love. He's really the truth.
Yeah.
He gets it up here. Don't forget, where I'm an hour from Buffalo. He gets it.
Okay,
he gets a lot of love up here.
He deserves every piece of love that he gets.
100%.
Yep. Every piece.
4, I'm gonna have to go with that cheetah, even though I'd rather have DK and he's faster. I'm gonna go with that cheetah though.
Wait, DK's faster?
Well, you drunk. That boy ran 10-3 in that 100. Tyreek Hill ran 9-9.
Well,
I don't know. I mean, DK's fast as hell. I do.
DK's fast. He ain't fast.
He is fast.
He ain't fast.
So hold on. So just I don't. Did I get your 5? Because I got I got Adams, Hopkins, Diggs, Hill. Who's 5?
5. I'm gonna have to agree with my fellow Seahawk. Reason being. No. I'm talking about Ben.
He's talking about Ben. Ben's his fellow Seahawk.
Cooper Kupp.
Yeah.
You go Cooper Kupp?
Yeah. Reason why is because production doesn't lie. And that's all I'm gonna say. Production doesn't lie.
Sometimes.
Do you think his production's lying?
I don't know. No, I don't think his production, but sometimes production does lie.
Yeah, you're wrong. You're the same guy that puts LeBron James at number 7 or number 8 in your all-time list.
Oh, it's talking per game.
But I mean, that's careers. I'm talking about this season. I had LeBron number 3.
Okay.
Huh?
No, I'm talking about I'm talking about players this year.
Oh, okay. My bad.
Save that for that other show. Save that for that. This is Gridiron.
Okay.
My bad.
We hit on this show. It's not like that other show where you get fouled if you hit somebody.
Facts.
Flagrant.
Shaq, this is for Shaq. Hashtag we ain't the same. All right, go ahead.
We must start a players' choice war on the same channel.
Oh boy.
And I want to tell the other Shaq that me and Ron know we ain't the same. I just want to bother him too. We just bother that one too.
All right.
Bama, what's your top 5, bro?
All right, bro. Y'all can't do me like this because I had 2 lists. I had route runners. I put some thought into this. You know what I'm saying? I actually had 3.
Save your route runners.
I'm gonna save them for the second. So I'm gonna do the real ones first because it's just quick. Devontae Adams 1, Reek 2, D Hop 3. Y'all is disrespectful.
Can I know who you're talking about?
Keenan Allen 4.
I knew he was good. Yeah.
I thought about
Stephon Diggs.
Because I haven't
He's right at my.
I had him.
Stephon Diggs 5. Stephon Diggs 5. Like I'm just like I just told y'all they get no love over there. 6'3". Same thing. Allen Robinson. Oh my God.
6'3" is the right height. 6'3"
Poetry in motion. Poetry in motion. You know what I'm saying? So
repeat that for me again.
Devontae Adams. Tyreek Hill 2.
I'm surprised.
D Hop 3. 4-2 route runner. Come on now. D Hop at 3. Keenan at 4. Stephon at 5.
You know, I'm not mad at. I'm really not mad at that because Keenan Allen is very underrated in my eyes.
Yeah.
I really think that as well. I'm not mad at that. Keenan Allen I was thinking about him and DK. I couldn't pick between the two. I thought there was going to be more fireworks. But the fact that y'all two, Ben and Ron, have Cooper Kupp in the top 5 is ridiculous to me. I'm sorry.
Well, no. The thing about it is I was about to actually go with Keenan. But like I said, I can't go with Keenan when Cooper Kupp is just balling this year. And I mean, what are we going to call it, a fluke?
No, it's not a fluke.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not a fluke. It's just the fact that at the end of the day, we've seen these guys take on the number 1 wide receiver role, right? All of these guys taking on that number 1 wide receiver role, not the first read, because there's a difference between being the X receiver and being the first read. Cooper Kupp is the first read every single time. He is.
You just tried to say last show that he doesn't. He's not.
But his production. Listen, no, I'm not disrespecting Cooper Kupp. Don't get me wrong.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not when I say this, but I think his production is a little bit. You guys aren't old enough to remember Third Base, but Third Base had a song called "Product of the Environment," and I think Cooper Kupp's a little bit a little bit of that. I think he's a product of his environment. I think his production is a little inflated based on the system he plays in.
Yeah.
And again,
So
that's not taken away.
yards?
I'm saying it's not taken away from how good he is, but I think if you're just going by production, it's a little inflated. Yeah.
So what does Keenan Allen do?
Like, let me ask you this. You have to pick. You're starting a team, and you have to pick those other 5 or 6 guys or Cooper Kupp. Who you taking? Are you taking Kupp?
If I got that system.
You got no. You don't know the system you're playing in. You got to
Okay.
You got to take. I'll take the one that you were going to put at 5. You got to take Keenan Allen or Cooper Kupp. Who you taking?
Man.
You don't know the system. You don't know the quarterback.
And they're the best wide receiver on your team. That means
that's who you got left. Your number one receiver.
They have to be the X receiver.
I understand that. Like,
I think you're stuttering because you know the answer.
No, it's like yes, obviously you take Keenan Allen, but
there you go.
At the
so
same
he's the better
time,
receiver.
Yes, but system does factor into everything, and production also does too. If he's going to produce more in this system, then that technically makes him a better receiver
for that
with
system.
Everything factored in. You know.
All right, I want to hear. I don't know about you. I want to hear Bama's top 5 route runners because I think it's gonna be very different from the top 5.
Go ahead, talk to us, Bama.
Still one head honcho, Devontae Adams.
Okay.
2, Amari Cooper.
Oh,
love him.
Wow.
3,
Yes,
Keenan Allen.
Yes, sir.
4 would be Calvin Ridley. And 5,
we slept on him.
Slept on him, man.
For sure.
You talk to all of them boys at
Ridley,
Alabama, they tell you about Ridley. So 5, I got tied with Deontay Johnson and Stephon Diggs coming in again as the top 5 route runners in the league right now.
Okay. It's a nice list.
Not bad.
It's a nice list.
I stayed up late, till 2-3 in the morning, watching highlights, looking at stats, you know what I'm saying, just to support this list right here, you know what I mean? Because Kupp is still on this list. So that's why it's hard, because he benefits from the system. I agree with Fluent, but I'm just going to call it how it is. For a white dude to get open on them fast specimen DBs like that, how he does, I was watching that game last night. Monday night, he was getting the DB was in him, treating him like a number 1 receiver.
Oh,
hit him with the boop, boop. And it was just he dropped the pass, but still though, dog, I was like, dude, it's no, how did he just get open on that? So that's why if he continues this, what he's doing right now, next year, we'll have to revisit that top 5. I'm not going to lie. We'll have to revisit it and probably put my boy in there, because he's 6'2" as well. I didn't know. I didn't realize. I thought he was small, how he be cutting, but he's 6'2", about 210, 215. So he not no little dude either. So
yo, Bama, how about Jerry Jeudy?
Jeudy, yeah. So Jeudy, I had my stars by. So you got Jeudy, Devontae Smith, Reed Kupp, and Justin Jefferson was my other ones to round it out.
You know what? That's who I thought you were going to have 5. That's who I thought you were going to have 5.
I like Justin. I like Justin a lot.
Justin Jefferson.
And I might take Justin over Kupp right now, because me and my fantasy brothers.
I know why you didn't put Justin on there.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. NFC North guy. Fluid. NFC North guy.
Oh, yeah. I ain't putting nobody. Nope.
Yeah. I like Justin too.
Okay. Anybody else got anything to say about Bama? I was actually saying because he's from LSU, but
No, I'm not biased when it comes to that. Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson, I like them too. I like them 2 guys right there a lot.
Okay.
A lot.
Can anybody read lips? I'm curious to know what Dub's telling his girl right now.
It's probably some really hard.
I want to give him some advice, because I know he's saying something wrong.
The reason why he got it muted, because he knows you're his counselor, and
that's right.
It's probably some advice that you've given him that he's
okay. That's good. I gave him
some.
I gave him some lines.
Ooh, relate that.
All right, guys, we're good to go.
We're ready for the next question. You ready?
Yeah. I'm ready.
Okay, the next question is
your background. Can I just Dub your background? Where is that? Is that Dominican?
I'm on Has-Been Island.
Oh, that's all good.
Yeah, I'm on Has-Been Island right now. So we just, got some drinks with me. You feel me? Some pina coladas, It's close to the shores of the Dominican Republic, so it's not that bad.
I figured it was near the DR. All right. Sorry, Ron. We sidetracked again.
Hey, quick though. So Ninja Stash said Antonio Brown. I look at Antonio Brown as like the king. So when I talk about top 5 route runners, this the younger cats. Antonio Brown would be like the king. That would be like saying Jerry Rice almost right now in today's game. Like we all know, like Antonio Brown. That's my you right. You hit it on the head. Antonio is by far the king of that route running, and then it'll be those younger guys I just named.
At his peak, was there a better receiver than Antonio Brown?
Arguably just Julio, just because of his physical.
Because of size.
No, yeah, but no, like
it was almost impossible for him to keep up that production for he was so good. Yeah, I'm with you. Okay.
AB was that guy.
Yeah.
That was a ridiculous 6-year spurt.
Oh,
ridiculous.
Yeah. I actually knock Mike Tomlin. Sorry to go off topic again, but I actually knock Mike Tomlin for not winning more when you had Le'Veon Bell at his peak, Antonio Brown at his peak, and Roethlisberger, okay, but still at his peak.
But it goes to what you said,
and a good defense too,
and a great defense.
When Le'Veon, AB, and them played together, their defense was great.
Pittsburgh's always has a good defense.
Yeah.
I remember
when have they had a bad defense?
A good culture on defense.
Yeah. I remember throughout that time that they was really leaning on that offense, but that defense wasn't really picking up the pace. The defense started picking up the pace towards the latter part of that AB and Le'Veon Bell run. Now that's just my memory. I may be
wrong. And maybe I'm wrong.
Still hovering.
Wasn't that like the James Harrison? Am I going back too far? Wasn't that the James Harrison and those guys' defense? Or
I think
was that
James
after?
Harrison was still there, but he wasn't that same James Harrison.
Wasn't that okay?
Now I may be wrong, but
it was Ryan Shazier in them though.
Ryan Shazier was a part of that as well.
Ryan Shazier was a part of it for a small, unfortunate way.
Yeah, sadly. And that boy was nice. I'm sad that everything worked out, but thank God that injury, wasn't anything worse than what it was. Ron, you got it.
Okay, fellas. So now we're gonna go up to Foxborough. We talked about these guys a lot last year. Bama has called him the mastermind, mad genius, Bill Belichick. Is he doing it again? How serious are the Patriots? Duh.
Yo, let me tell you something. Fluent is going to take credit for this again. I already know what he's going to say. He's going to say, yeah, I gave Kansas City credit, and then they had the best game. And then I gave the Patriots credit, and look at them. They had the best game in the season as well. He said, it's not a coincidence that every time I call a team that, you know what, they had the best game of the season. Fluent, relax.
Relax. Fluent, you've counseled him so much that he knows what you're going to say.
He knows what I'm going to say. He knows.
But at the end of the day, I did say the Patriots. This is another one I called. I said the Patriots was going to make the playoffs. Fluent jumped off the cliff last week saying they're going to win the division. I'm not all too confident at that, but they are one game behind the Bills. So there is still a very good chance. I believe Patriots going to make the playoffs. I believe the Patriots found their identity. I think they have a great young quarterback, a great young core, and I think they're on the road to success, honestly. Ben, what's your thoughts?
Man, Matt Jones, I'm not gonna lie, that boy, that boy, Bill Belichick might have him another Brady. Not saying he is, but if he keeps this up in his career, it's gonna be crazy for him. And that defense, I like Patriots defense. That Patriots defense is crazy. But yeah, they're going playoffs for sure. They're going playoffs for sure.
Fluent.
I said they're winning the AFC East. I don't know what more I could say. Now, like I said, at the beginning of the season, I do a show. You could go back and look with Chilltown Hoops. We do a show called Fluent and Chill.
Yep.
And I said Patriots are in the playoffs because I don't see a Bill Belichick led. Now, I thought it was going to be with Cam, mind you, but I don't see a Bill Belichick team not making the playoffs a year after Tom Brady goes to Tampa and wins the Super Bowl. I'm like, by hook or by crook, he will find a way to make the playoffs. He cannot let that stand, right? That they're not successful and Brady leaves and wins a Super Bowl. Yeah. But what I'm seeing from this defense is they're starting to hit. This is why I say I think they're going to win. I've switched from making the playoffs to winning their division. is because I see a team that the defense is getting better every week. Mac Jones is getting better every single week. The only thing that's stopping them is they didn't do what and maybe they didn't have an opportunity. They didn't do what I told them to do, which was sign Odell.
Yep.
Odell or like a number one receiver, he was the only one available. That's what this team is missing. So can they do it without a number one receiver? Maybe. Because the other pieces are working so well right now. I wouldn't bet against them. And listen, what I've seen from the Bills, who should have been the class of the AFC East, is a lot of real inconsistency. And if you show, it's like Bill Belichick, like Bama calls him the mad genius. He's like a shark in the water. And now he sees blood, right? He sees, a loss to Jacksonville. He sees, a chink in the armor of the Bills. He's going to take advantage of everything and win that division.
Yo, Bama, how you feel about New England and your boy Mac Jones?
Did he go to school in the South?
I'm gonna take that as a yes.
You feel me? You know what I'm saying? Build my Bama, baby. We just pumping them out, dog. Now we QBU. You know what I'm saying? But I've been telling people this. It should happen. Bill Belichick, like I said, he's the conjurer of. He's like the ultimate Lord defense. Him and Nick Saban was a beautiful thing when them boys was together, especially with the Browns. But just seeing what he's doing right now, just take a look at this. The whole season, even when the games he lost, it was 17-16, 25, 28-13, 19-7. It wasn't like bad losses. And then when you see the games that they win, they forced Justin Herbert throw 2 picks. Butter Mayfield, 73 yards on 21 passing attempts. Then you get Zach Wilson. I know Zach Wilson, 3 interceptions. Sam Darnold, 3 interceptions. So Bill Belichick is doing everything that what he's always been doing. Rely on his defense. And then all your quarterback have to do is be pretty much a good game manager and don't turn the ball over. He would have did the same with Jimmy Garoppolo. That's why he was so mad. They got rid of him. Same thing what he's doing with Mac Jones, because let's just be honest. I'm going to keep it real with you. If Bill Belichick had a chance, he would have took Trey Lance or Trevor Lawrence or one of them top quarterbacks, but they was drafted at 15. So he goes based off of what he can afford to get. They have lower draft picks all the time. So of course he falls in love with your lower end quarterbacks, your Jimmy Garoppolo, your Tom Brady. Because when do the Patriots ever just pick first overall? So that speaks to truly who Bill Belichick is. He was going to do this regardless. If Cam Newton didn't get COVID and was the quarterback, he would have did it with Cam. Unfortunately, Cam caught COVID. And like Fluent said, the playbook is so a little thing just to tell y'all real quick. They even said on I'm Athlete podcast, Cam talked about it. Yep. So from team to team, the terminology is kind of the same, regardless of whether, you do certain motions or whatever, the terminology is the same. New England, on top of them having more plays in their playbook, their terminology is different than every other. So they're the only system out there that uses different terminology. So imagine taking 2 weeks off on that and having to come back and try to catch up. So it just didn't happen. You just see Mac Jones. That's why they went ahead and went with him right off the bat. That way he can learn the system all the way through. And that way it just won't be no bumps in the road instead of having to, if Cam Newton didn't produce, you got to switch your quarterback. Now you missed the playoffs or something like that. So they just starting to hit their stride. They just like Kansas City, but they the reverse end. They rely on that defense to take them all the way in, and they can. Ramondre Stevenson, that boy is nice. Watch out for him too. And that run game is going to help. That's one thing that helping. Not to keep going, I'm going to end it right here. That's one thing that's going to carry you deep into the playoffs. A run game and a solid defense, because like I said, the formula to winning championships, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You ain't got to do all of them passes. So they hitting where they need to hit at.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We hear you, Bama. Okay, so
can I just put it out there?
Go ahead.
Because listen, we need to take our credit. Like, I don't know if we charge ESPN royalties or something, but just, I don't know if you heard this today on ESPN that the Cleveland Browns are a quarterback away and they need to cut ties with Baker Mayfield today.
Yes.
And I don't know, did we hear that somewhere else before?
Yeah.
Did we hear that somewhere?
Yeah, we heard that.
I'm going to get our Players' Choice lawyers on it right now as we speak.
All right.
Hey, so if you guys haven't noticed, we can't go a show without the word Butter Mayfield. being dropped, and it was dropped. So, my show is complete. It's been made complete. But I have a question for you guys. So, New England, they're on a 4-game winning streak. They play the Falcons this next week. Is it safe to assume they're on a 5-game winning streak?
Yeah.
Safe to assume that? Okay. Now, after that, they play the Titans in 2 weeks. Now, I want to hear from you guys. Predictions on this game.
For the
Wait. In 2 weeks, they play the Titans. New
Talking
England.
about the Patriots?
Yes.
I got the Patriots.
Fluid?
You got the Patriots on 10 days rest or 9 days rest because it's a Thursday game to a Sunday game.
Yep.
Yeah. So you're gonna give Belichick 9 days to prep for a team. Yeah. I'm going Patriots. Yeah, I'm going Patriots.
Ben?
I'm going with the Titans.
Ooh.
I'm going Titans.
Go against the grain, boy.
I'm going Titans.
Bama?
Yeah, I mean, it's tough. I don't know, man. That one tough. You would have to ask me next show because, like what Ben saying, they do the same thing the Patriots do. They run the ball, they pound the ball, and they play excellent defense, man. Like, I don't know. It's tough. It's tough. That one a toss up. It's gonna be a slugfest. That's gonna be a good one.
Okay, we will certainly touch down on this next week. I just wanted to, think ahead.
Wish they had Derrick Henry on that one, man.
That's a different conversation.
Yeah. So moving along, back to the NFC West. We talked a lot about the Rams last week, and on top of that, the Rams actually won the Odell sweepstakes. And so all of this building up with the Rams, they were on a high horse just to get clipped by the 49ers yesterday, Monday Night Football. We got to talk about this. Are the Rams possibly falling apart? Bama.
Nah, they brought up a good point with the Rams. For us with how they run their offense. They do a lot of plays where they don't communicate. So they're doing a lot of hand signals and stuff. So when you want to incorporate a guy like OBJ, you got to throw all of that out your playbook because he doesn't know the playbook enough to just throw hand signals the whole way. So they was playing basically a whole offense with them telling OBJ everything what to do. This is what you do right here. This is what you do right there. So it was pretty much learning how to implement him within the offense. You see what I'm saying? They still meshing everything together. It's just got Von Miller. And like I said, dog, don't sleep on the Niners because they're another team. They're physical, smash mouth, and that's what neutralized those teams. Like, they get all them fancy pass rushers and nice defense. That's how you neutralize them, with a physical run game. They ran the ball 27 times with Elijah Smith, then another 5 times with Deebo Samuel, and then the other running backs. They was pounding it down their throat. Then they showed a video where George Kittle was just pancaking Von Miller. So that was just pretty much, man, them meeting up against a physical team and getting out muscled. That's the Niners always do that with the Rams. They always have those type of physical games. So we'll see the next. We'll see the next one. It was some good hit in that game too. If y'all didn't see that, watch the next time they play. But yeah.
Okay. Doug, how do you feel about the Niners beating the Rams?
Honestly, this was, if we would have asked me who was going to win, I was going to say San Francisco 49ers. Has nothing to do with talent or anything like that. It has everything to do with the day on which they played. San Francisco 49ers are amazing on Monday nights. I don't know why. It's just a trend that they have. I believe now they made it to 50 wins all time on Monday Night Football. And San Francisco is just a different breed on Monday night. So it's a divisional game, Monday Night Football. Everything was going to go towards San Francisco's way, and that's exactly what happened. I believe the Rams still are the better team. I believe the Rams still are Super Bowl contenders. And like Bama said, Odell's just going to have to learn the system a little bit more. You can't expect to be on this. How long has he been on the team for?
Couple days, like 3 days.
But you can't blame a game on a receiver who was in for what 25% of the snaps.
Oh no, I'm not blaming the loss on him. I'm saying as far as the offensive concerns, I'm not really concerned at that at all, because at the end of the day, Odell's been on the team for 3 days, so it takes time to get familiar with everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm struggling with it because I'm starting to think, I don't know, maybe we're overrating how good the Rams are. because I look at what they've done since beating the Bucks, right? They beat Seattle, and look, sorry to you guys, but sorry, after beating the Bucks, they lose to the Cardinals, right? Good team. They beat the Seahawks, and let's be honest, guys. I know you guys are Seahawks fans, but they're not a very good team this year. So they beat the Seahawks. Then they beat the Giants, who are terrible. They beat the Lions, who are terrible. They beat the Texans, who are terrible, right? So, okay, then now the first time they play any competition that's physical, they lose to the Titans and look bad. They lose to the 49ers, who, like Bama said, ran over them just on every aspect of the game. So now, okay, now we know how to beat the Rams. Just get physical with them, right? Because that's the first thing. And now they're going to go next week. They're going to play the Packers. So I don't think the Packers are a physical team, so especially with Aaron Jones gone. But I guarantee you they're going to get a heavy dose of AJ Dillon running up the gut. Yeah. And they might have another loss if the Packers can play physical, because now we figured out how to beat the Rams. I'm not saying they're not. I still think they're the best team in the NFC West. I'm starting to question myself because I'm seeing now there's a trend now.
You want to make a bet? You want to make a bet?
I always want to make a bet.
Let's make a bet. Next show, when the Rams beat Green Bay, you're gonna take some shots with me.
All right.
Is Aaron Rodgers playing?
Hold on. Is Aaron Rodgers playing?
Yes, I believe he's playing, and even if he plays or not, the Rams are going to beat them.
Well, no. If Jordan Love plays, my high school team can beat him.
If Jordan Love plays, then the bet's
off. Oh, okay. All right, sure, let's do it.
But you got to take 3, and I'll take 1.
I haven't had 3 shots in the last 3 years combined.
Hey, you want to take the bet? Yes or no?
Okay. I'll take the bet, but it has to be Grand Leyenda tequila.
Oh my God. Okay.
Come on. Hugh Jackson, I'll rock with you. Hugh's my boy. That's his tequila brand. It's 100% organic, so it's good. Don't panic. It's organic. Grand Leyenda tequila.
Don't panic. It's organic. I'll rock.
Drink some. All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to check that out. You know me. I'm a big tequila guy.
What's the name of it again?
Grand Leyenda. Leyenda.
Can I find it at a local? Can I find it at a local?
It's in 48 states. I'm sure you can find it where you are.
I've never heard of that, but we'll have to figure it out.
It's 100% organic. It was the first, and not only, I think there's another one now, but it was the first all black owned tequila brand in the world. It was the first one. I think another one has come out since, but they're not 100% organic like Grand Leyenda.
Wow.
I get nothing for that. It's just, like I said, Hugh's my guy, and it's really good. That is really good.
Okay, let's get right.
Yeah.
Shout out Hugh. Shout out Grand Leyenda, and shout out all the tequila drinkers out there. So Ben, how you feeling about the Rams going up to San Francisco and getting their butts handed to them? How you feel about that?
I don't think the Rams are falling apart, but Matthew Stafford and Odell got to get that chemistry working. That's one thing. They got to get that chemistry working. And the defense, well, I'll say the secondary. This is not the same secondary that I seen last year. Like, it just haven't been the same. But I don't think the Rams are. I think they're a playoff contender team. I don't see them going Super Bowl though, because I don't see them beating Green Bay, nor Arizona, or Bucks. One of them teams. But yeah, that's all I say about that.
Yeah. If we get to our top 10 power rankings, you'll see how I feel about the Rams.
They're not in there.
They're in.
Bottom of the barrel.
Okay. So moving on, we got 2 more topics. We're gonna wrap this up here fairly quick, but we're gonna get into our weekly installment of Yes or BS.
Yeah.
We ready for this, fellas?
My favorite part, Ron. My favorite part.
It is.
Okay. So to start it, I want to know, are the Chiefs' problems solved all of a sudden? We'll go with, the dude that got his crystal ball and everything fluent. Have the Chiefs solved their problems? Yes or BS?
Yes. They've solved their offensive problems. Yes.
And?
No, defense is going to be a problem.
It's that's
defense is going to be a problem defense is going to be a problem for about 7 more years. Wow. So yeah, okay. But offense, yes, they've solved their offensive problems.
Bama, Yes or BS?
And solved it. Like Fluent said, their defense always been terrible. Well, bottom of the barrel. I ain't gonna say upper. I'll say this upper echelon. Put it that way. But it is what it is. They got Patrick Mahomes. As long as Patrick Mahomes, Tyreek Hill, and the tight end Kelsey walk out there, they good. They good. They good.
Okay. Ben, yes or BS?
For sure. I think they got Saw. I think they really got Saw. Yeah.
Dub, come on, BS.
you know how bad it will be that I'm caping for the Kansas City Chiefs this whole entire time, and for me to say BS to that, it just brings a smile to my face that everybody's over here turning their corner, acknowledging that, you know what, they might have been wrong about the situation, and I'm just here like, it's okay, guys, it's all right, don't worry about it. I'm gonna say yes, but to what Fluent said, the defense is always going to be a concern because at the end of the day, inconsistency. They're so inconsistent, and it's mind-boggling me that one day they look like they could lock up any team in the league. The next day, it looks like any team could score on them. That's just the type of defense that they are.
Okay. Next, Cam Newton will lead the Panthers to the playoffs. Ben, yes or BS?
Oh my God,
man!
You don't give us time to prep these ones.
Yeah, nope. That's a great.
That's a really good. That's a really good one.
Yeah, that's a tough question.
Go ahead first, Ben.
I'm gonna say BS. I'm gonna say BS. I think it's a little late, just a little too late.
So he's back, just not back in the playoffs.
Right.
Okay. Fluid.
I'm scrambling to look where they are, and right now today, if the season were to end today, they'd be in the playoffs. So I'm gonna go. They're don't forget because there's 7 now, right? So yeah, I'm gonna go. Yes, I go Cam. Yeah, I'm gonna stick with Cam. I'm gonna stick with Cam. Cam gets him into the playoffs.
Cam is back.
Cam is back.
Bama.
Yeah. So that's what I was speaking to anyway. In the NFC South, Kamara, he's been kind of hurt. No Jameis Winston, who was top 5 quarterback for us, how he was playing this year. That was big. They lost him. Sack Ryan. That division pretty much is up to them. Like I said, their defense, they about to start peaking. CJ Henderson, Stephon Lockdown, Gilmore. Cam could lead them back because, like I said, his star power is going to help Christian McCaffrey. Just him being out there, the defense is going to forget about Christian, and that's going to help them get there. PJ Walker is a good game manager. He's going to take care of the ball. You don't have to worry about nobody going out there throwing 3 picks like in Sam Darnold, and they get to the playoffs.
Okay. Dub, what you thinking?
I want to say yes so bad.
Okay, before you answer then, let me give you more context. The teams that are chasing them, I think there's one. We just talked about them, but let me just give you the teams that are behind them. And do you think they can catch them or keep it? The Vikings.
No, it's not. I'm looking at their schedule.
No, I know you're looking at the schedule. I get you look at their schedule. I'm just telling you who's behind them. So do you think these guys are going to win more games than them to overtake them? Minnesota, San Fran, maybe. Atlanta, Philly, no. Washington, New York, Seattle, Chicago, Detroit. Do you think any of those teams? Minnesota
worries me a little bit, and then San Fran as well. I'm looking at they're facing the Bucks twice. They're facing the Bucks. They're facing the Saints, and they're also facing Miami Dolphins. But Tua, Bama.
Don't run to Bama for Tua help. No.
Bama. I'm just saying.
That's his man right there.
Honestly, you know what really scares me?
It's relative. It doesn't count. It's nepotism.
You know what really scares me? What really scares me is them facing the Bucks twice. That's what really scares me. If they could steal a game from the Bucks, then I'm like, okay, Cam maybe. He could probably bring them to the playoffs. But at the end of the day, Tom Brady already had 2 upsetting losses. So it's like, I'm not looking at another upset from Tom Brady this year. I do not count on him to have another one. 3 in one season? Nah, I think they lose both those games.
I mean, they went 11-5 when they went to the Super Bowl, so I mean, it can happen.
It could happen, but it's like, I don't know, Brady. You had 2 bad losses, Washington and the Saints with Trevor Siemian. It's like,
But don't they build up a cushion when they beat Washington, Miami, and Atlanta in the next 3 weeks? Like the next 3 weeks is soft. Like this is
no
they need to
guarantee
win.
they beat Miami.
I know there's no guarantee. But those are the 3 games they should win, right? And give them a cushion.
any given Sunday though. That's why I brought up Miami, because Miami, there could be an upset if Tua is playing. Their defense is not bottom of the barrel at all. And then Tua there could, make things happen. But it's
Bruce Leroy, come on.
Well,
man.
I'm looking. I see what you saw. I'm looking at the last 4 weeks. Right, the next 3 weeks are easy-ish, and then they got Bills, Bucks, Saints, Bucks. That's how they end the season. Yeah,
it's tough.
Yeah, that's
tough.
not a good. If those were
Tough.
spread out, spread out, maybe that's a tough last 4 weeks. Okay.
I would love him to be in the playoffs though. Nothing will make me happier.
Yeah.
Okay, so we are everywhere. We're at a crossroads right now with Cam. I think Cam does it. I think Superman is back. So,
yeah.
What's up? Okay.
You guys are toxic. You know that?
Yes.
Toxic fluid.
I like it. You had to pull out the fluid on us one time.
Fluent in sports is available at Boardwalk Los Angeles. Use promo code Fluent.
He is giving away money too.
I am giving away money too, but yes, Fluent. Yes, Boardwalk Los Angeles. Not just Fluent in sports shirts. They got 10,000 choices of t-shirts and hoodies. I'm not kidding. Use promo code Fluent for a special deal. Sorry, Boardwalk LA. Last time I say it. Boardwalk Los Angeles.
Okay.
Amazing.
Okay. You guys don't forget that. So next in our Yes or BS installment, Mac Jones has the offensive rookie of the year. Soda. Yes or BS?
Start with Dub because
Bro, what was the question?
Mac Jones has the offensive rookie of the year locked up. Yes or BS?
No, Najee Harris. This is Najee Harris. Without a doubt in my mind, it's Najee Harris. BS.
Okay. Mid?
I'm gonna say yes. I'm liking Matt Jones right now. I'm really liking Matt Jones right now. So yeah, I'm gonna say yes.
Fluent.
No, I'm gonna go with Najee Harris too. Harris too.
Bama.
BS. It'll either be between Najee or Jamar Chase.
Okay.
Yeah, don't forget about Jamar.
Jamar Chase too.
I was waiting for Jamar to get mentioned.
Yes.
Okay.
Devontae Smith.
He gets a bye week
Smith
and we
if he
forget
had
about
a Joe
him.
Burrow. You know what I'm saying? Devontae Smith would have been up there if he had a Joe Burrow. No, that's the way the cookie crumbles. What Janet Jackson said, that's the way love goes or something.
Something like that.
You did say offensive rookie of the year, right?
I said offensive, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because rookie of the year might just go to Mac Jones, and then Najee Harris could just go to offensive.
I thought I was rookie of the year. Yeah, but offensive is Jamar in my eyes.
That's cool.
Jamar. Yeah.
Okay.
You see, those awards. I'm sorry. Those awards don't ever make sense to me, honestly, because they're both offensive players. So how the hell is an offensive rookie of the year not the rookie of the year? It doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
Because what if it's somebody balling on defense?
That's like honestly
like you had Chase Young last year.
No, but I hear what he's saying. It's like, okay, if there's a defensive rookie of the year, let's say it's, I don't know, Micah Parsons,
Right.
and you got Najee Harris as the offensive rookie of the year. How does Jamar Chase win the rookie of the year? Because wouldn't he have been the best offensive player? Because he doesn't play defense.
Most of the time, rookie of the
special
year,
teams maybe. I don't know, maybe a special team.
I'd honestly, the offensive awards is, to me, it's like second place.
Listen, all awards are terrible because in most cases, I don't know, correct me if I'm wrong, it's sports writers and broadcasters who vote.
Narrative, yeah.
Right, so it's personality, it's who's open, who does interviews, You know,
as we always say, we will not let these man-made awards decide who we are.
you know, I was just teaching my kid. No one sets your worth. Only you set your worth.
Facts.
Go ahead,
Okay.
Ron.
Okay. Lastly, in our installment of this, we will go with Tom Brady and the Bucks. Are they not going to win the NFC, let alone make it to the Super Bowl? Yes or BS?
BS.
Yeah.
Because they're still the defending champs, and I quote Ric Flair every week with you guys. To beat a man, you got to beat the man. Woo!
You gotta say it just like him. I gotta see the red in your eyes and the red in your face and just that whole cocaine all in your face and everything.
I'm profiling.
I'm gonna say yes. I believe that it will be, in my opinion, it's between the Rams and the Bucks. I'll say, oh wait, I'm sorry. I'm gonna say BS because I do believe they're still title contenders regardless. It's between the Rams and the Bucks though. I can't choose between the two. I can't.
Okay, Bama.
Yeah, BS.
BS.
We'll see. Can't count Brady out until he out, man.
I think we got to get Bama into this shot challenge because he's looking like we're losing him. We're losing Bama.
He wants to get on Apex right now.
Is Thanos uninterested right now?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. It's Brady. If he in there, he in there.
Ben, are the Bucks going to win the NFC?
You can't bet against Tom Brady, but it's something about them Packers, man.
Talk to him, Ben.
It's something about the Packers, man.
Talk to him.
Aaron Rodgers, I think he's gonna do it. He gonna do it.
The Wizard.
Yeah.
You know what we gotta do?
So you call it
what
BS.
we're gonna do?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, Packers. Listen, Packers are the all-time second best in the NFL history.
Hold up, Fluent. I already know what you're gonna go. Next episode, we're gonna do a 2v2 because I think me and Fluent are on the same page about the Packers, right? Correct me if I'm wrong. We're on the same page.
I don't know. We should do our top 10 and find out.
Yo, Ron, we're not gonna.
We did our top 10 last year or last week, and we found out.
You don't.
So listen, next week we're gonna do the 2v2, and it's gonna be me and Fluent versus Ben and Bama because I'm not sold on Green Bay at all. So I'm not.
Okay. All right, fellas. So we are going to wrap up this show, but before we do, we're gonna do our first game prediction. And we are going to keep this tally going throughout the rest of the year, leading into the playoffs. And we'll see who really knows their football and who's really just guesstimating. Okay? So the first game that we're going to do, we are going to do the Saints versus the Eagles. And I'm going to keep this tally so we have this going, a running tally throughout the end of the, end of the year. So Saints versus Eagles. We're going to start with you, Dub. Who you got?
I love what I've been seeing so far. And I'm gonna stay with the Eagles, man.
Okay. Ben?
I'm going with the Saints. I'm gonna roll with the Saints this game.
Okay. Hold on, Dub. Who'd you say?
The Eagles. The Eagles.
You said the Eagles?
The Eagles. Yep.
Okay. Who you got, Fluent?
Just straight up, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go Eagles.
That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Come on. Yo, we already got Fluent, got the positive energy on this side. So I know this is gonna be the best game of the season so far. So let's get right.
Okay. How you feeling, Bama?
I'm gonna go Eagles unless Alvin Kamara plays, and then I'll go New Orleans.
Okay.
By myself.
Hold on. You can't do that though.
You got to because
I
I said the same
thing. Lock
thing.
it in.
I said the same thing with Miami and the Ravens. Like if Tua were to play, they was gonna beat the Ravens. And what happened? Tua came in the second half and they beat the Ravens. So it's just like, dude, like that's just like so unfair.
But Bama, you have to give us your prediction.
Okay, so if
Kamara so this is what I'm saying. Like, so if Kamara starts, the Saints are gonna win. So if he does not play at all, they're going to lose. I don't know.
Well, you have to give a prediction.
It's too early. You don't even get the depth chart to see who's going to be active or inactive. That's what I'm saying. It's way too early. That is a pivotal thing. Somebody like me would have to know.
All right, Bama.
I got mine. The team that scores the most points.
Bama, I'm gonna text the group on Saturday.
Okay.
You're gonna have
we could change on Saturday.
So we'll say Philly right now. But if Alvin Kamara is listed as active, New Orleans is gonna win.
Okay. So that's what we'll base it on. If he's active, you got it. If he's not active, then I'll switch you back on.
Lock me in. I'm taking Philly either way.
Either way too.
Okay, next game. Chiefs versus Cowboys. Who you got? We're gonna go right back to you, Bama. Who you got?
I'm gonna go Kansas City.
Okay.
Stephon Diggs, Trayvon Diggs too slow. That cover 3 gonna get 8 up because Patrick Mahomes can throw 80 yards and he gonna outthrow the coverage. That's the crazy thing about it. So,
what a sexy jersey, man! What a sexy jersey.
Yo.
BDN.
Ben, who you got?
Man, Tyreek Hill was about to dust the crap out of Diggs. I got Chiefs.
Okay. Dub?
Chiefs.
You already know he put Chiefs.
Because they played to their strengths, man. Their secondary is good, but I believe that Kansas City's passing game is way too strong for that secondary.
You waiting for me?
Yeah, we are.
Yeah.
Oh, you waiting for
I
I was going to show you the name of my fantasy football team because it's rolling with my homies. That's what I'm rolling, and that's what I'm rolling with this week.
Okay, rolling with my homies. Okay. I didn't actually give my prediction on the first week or on the first game. I'm going with the Saints. And
I'm writing that down.
With this game, I'm going with the Cowboys.
Okay. Ron, I see how
Dak is playing, right?
I believe
no. I stand behind everything I said with the Chiefs. I just think the Cowboys are going to get them this week.
Okay, Ron.
Okay. How many games are we doing? How many games are we picking?
Two more.
Two more? Okay.
Yep, 2 more.
So next game is the Bengals and the Raiders. How are we feeling, fellas? I'm going to start with you, Dub.
This is a hard one. This is a really hard one because it can honestly go either way. I think I'm gonna just go with the Raiders on a losing streak. I'm gonna go with the Bengals. At the end of the day, I just don't see nobody who could hold T. Higgins or Jamar Chase at all. So I'll ride with them guys. But
the
Bengals the Bengals offensive line isn't that strong, so maybe they'll be able to get pressure before them guys get open. But I'll stay with the Bengals.
Okay. How you feeling, man?
For me, the Raiders home, right? So I'm a rope the Raiders.
Okay. Fluid.
The Raiders were home last week, and I think the same outcome's gonna happen. So I think the Raiders are gonna lose, and I'm going with the Bengals.
Okay.
And I'm going with the Bengals big.
Bama. What's up?
Or Chase, man. I gotta go with Captain Greedy, Mr. Greedy himself, man. So Bengals, dude. Bengals, bro.
I'm going to follow that same train, and I got the Bengals as well.
Bengals, Brody.
Yeah, hamster. Bengals, bro, hamster.
Last, but certainly not least, we got the Colts and the Bills. How are we feeling? Fluent.
I knew you were so me. Wow.
I picked these games, and I try to pick the hardest games in the week. And now think about these are the hardest games to pick.
Bills at home. Colts are favored. You know what? I'm going to go to the game, and I'm going to say me being there is going to be enough. So I'm going to go with the Bills.
Okay. Are you really about to pop up?
Yep, I'm going.
Okay.
It's Sunday at 1. All right. I'm going.
Amazing. I'm very surprised that me and Fluent agreed on everything here. As I said, the Bills front seven isn't really that strong, and I believe JT might have another big game. But at the end of the day, Bills are home, and I believe that they'll be able to, take that one away from them.
Cool. Bama.
I'm gonna go Colts, man.
Mm.
Solid defense and running the ball, dog. This is the formula to beat all. So I'm gonna go Colts. Pretty much got that formula. Jonathan Taylor's second best running back in the league behind King Henry right now. So yeah.
Okay.
So does that make him the best running back in the league right now?
It does.
I think so. Probably
Henry
so.
came through the league. He just injured, but
I mean, it won't be bad to say he's the best because you already gave credit to Derrick Henry.
Okay.
All right. For me, I'm gonna rope the Bills. I think Josh Allen will get like 2 touchdowns, 3 touchdowns.
Okay.
I got Bills.
To Stephon Diggs, my fantasy receiver.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna close it out with the Bills as well. And so a lot of these are real lopsided. It's everybody leaning towards one.
So does Bama have to do like the whole lone wolf, like they do on a
Yeah, let me tell you.
Small price to pay for salvation. What that boy Thanos said, small price to pay for salvation.
Just remember what happens to him in the end.
When he wins,
he won 14 billion times just for y'all to feel sleep at night. They showed you the one time they won. Okay, but notice Dr. Strange said he won 14 billion. Would you take the odds of something? If somebody told you it's a 14 billion and one chance you hit this, would you take them odds? No. Nobody's taking a 14 billion to 1 odd chance on nothing.
Listen, when Thanos snaps his fingers and he wins all them 4 games, we showing up to his crib and we taking that head off, bro. Taking that head off.
Oh man.
That man was at peace on his farm. Animals out there, good wildlife, and hit them heathens show up trying to chop his head off. Crazy heathens, man. Heathens.
Okay, fellas. Well, this has been a great episode. And unfortunately, we have to bring it to an end. So, closing remarks, take us out, Bama.
Good. In the books, you feel me? Oh man, shouts out to before I get up out of this too, I forgot to say this about college football. Shouts out to Jacksonville State. Shea Sanders, freshman. That boy is balling out of his mind this year. Came back, won game-winning drive, game-winning pass at the end. You know, his dad's been injured like Coach Prime, but Coach Prime is still out there emotionally with them kids. They got some cooking over there in Jacksonville. And then just a little something for y'all. That man is topping the league. Forwards with him, 2,674 yards, 25 touchdowns to 5 interceptions. That's pretty high up there. He would be top 3 in the country right now if he was at a Power 5 school behind, none other than Bryce Young. But yeah, man, shouts out to them boys, dog.
Shout out to them. Shout out to Jacksonville State. Yo, Fluid, what you got?
It's been a day of promos. Did I talk about Thrive Fantasy already?
No, I don't think we've heard it.
Thrive Fantasy. If you want a prop bet, go to Thrive Fantasy. It's the best place to do your prop bets. And if you use promo code Fluent, I'm gonna match your initial deposit dollar for dollar. I'm giving away more money. You put in $10, I'm gonna give you 10. You put in 50, I'm gonna give you 50. You put in 100, I'm gonna give you 100. And if you do deposit $10, I'm gonna give you 2 free tickets to the NFL Sunday night games. 2, both of them guaranteed payouts, $50,000.
What the hell?
Giving away money. Just giving away money.
Just say the hashtag, Fluent.
We are not the same.
What's
Thrive Fantasy. THRIVE.
Look at Bama.
Fantasy.
Bama ready, boy.
That's right. You should be ready.
That's
all right. Yeah.
Pique my interest as well.
Thrive Fantasy. You use the promo code Fluent, or if you go to my bio, the link is in there. And like I said, dollar for dollar match up to $100 and 2 free NFL Sunday night tickets. If you do put in $100, we're going to give you 4 free tickets to those $50,000 games.
Okay. Hey, y'all better jump on it now. Jump on it while it's hot. Yo, Dub.
No, I'll go last. Let Ben go first.
Okay, go ahead, Ben.
Another one in the books, man. Follow me on TikTok, BBen923, Instagram, BBen923, all socials, man. Love.
Y'all go give him a follow. Dub, take us away.
It's been a great episode, man. Appreciate y'all for being here, guys, for tuning in. Thank you guys for staying through the show. For you guys watching on Twitch, thank you for being in the chat, and thank you for keeping things live. For you guys watching on YouTube, if you guys made it this far, drop a like, drop a follow, subscribe. It doesn't hurt, you know. You guys obviously like the content you've seen today, so you might as well join up and definitely stay in for next week because Fluent is gonna be on that tequila.
Oh,
That wraps
Game
it
was
up.
that? What game was that again? The Packers?
The Packers versus Rams. Rams.
Fluent, you not remembering your bets?
Oh, I got the Packers. That's right. You didn't see my top 10. Just so for proof, you see Green Bay right up there, number 1. Just so you got that.
Oh my God! Wow.
Ooh.
Wait a minute. But do you believe in Green Bay making the Super Bowl?
Green Bay's gonna lose in the NFC Championship game like they always do.
Okay.
Wait, wasn't Green Bay not in your top 10 last week?
The Aaron Rodgers is back.
Oh my God.
There's no Aaron Rodgers. If there's no, I said it last week. Without Aaron Rodgers in the lineup, they averaged 13.6 points a game. That's less than the 0-16 Browns. That's less than the 0-16 Lions. Without Aaron Rodgers, they're trash. That I hate. Listen, I hate Aaron Rodgers. I'm a Bears fan. You know this. I hate Aaron Rodgers, but I want him on my team.
Throwing to Allen Robinson so that he could look like Devontae Adams.
If Allen Robinson, I know we're done, but I got to, since you brought it up, if Allen Robinson had Aaron Rodgers as his quarterback, he's the number 1 receiver in the league, like yards and touchdowns.
Yeah.
It's a wrap. Devontae Adams, as great as Devontae Adams is, have Mitch Trubisky throw him the ball a couple times. Let's see how he feels.
It's tough.
I'm sure he wouldn't like that. I'm sure we would have to check in on him once, maybe
Or
twice a week.
Or your boy. Had one good
BDN.
run.
I'm gonna tell you what BDN stands for after this.
All right, y'all. Well, on that note, we will catch you guys at the next appointed segment. Hope to see you guys next week. Until then, we are out. Peace out.
peace.